Today we're going to have a look at these moulds and make some really quick and easy home decor items. Now these moulds create like pebble candle tea light holder type things, and they're shiny. I don't necessarily want shiny though. We're going to use ecopore, so this could be fun. And I'm fancying a marbled effect. Now I'm not going to do this one. It's these ones with a round hole in, because those will take round tea lights. The oval one, I'm not quite sure what to do with. I could put a plant in it. Oh, I don't know. I'm thinking about it. Anyway, let's get mixing some ecopore. So for anyone who hasn't used ecopore before, it's a beautiful white casting powder. And it's a bit like plaster of Paris to use, but it gives you this lovely ceramic finish. And it's all eco-friendly, all safe, lovely. You don't need to worry about sieving it or anything like that. It all just comes out nice and fine. So what we're going to do is mix it up slightly off from the instructions. Now the instructions will say it's 3 parts water to 10 parts the powder. Now I want to mix it a little bit thicker than that because we're going to be doing marbling, and the marbling stays more marbled if the mixture's that little bit thicker. And I find a bowl with a whisk, if you're doing bigger amounts, is the easiest way to mix it. I use a plastic fork in a paper cup if I'm doing smaller amounts. So get it really well mixed up first. It's looking pretty good. And then what we're going to do, put that to one side to drip off. And I've got a couple of lovely brown colours. These are from Homeware Designs. This one is called Latte, and this one is called Chocolate. I'll have a play with some different colours doing these. Oh, this doesn't want to come out. Let's give it a poke. No, I can't get that one to come out, so let's just stick with the latte. I don't know where my pins are. I need a pin to poke in that. But I'm just ending up with bits, so let's just get on and do this. Do I want a bit more marble? Yes. As we're sticking with just that one colour after all. You put a big blob there and then go. So hopefully that should be quite well marbled. That's the trick. Mix it a bit thicker and don't stir too much. And then we just pour it in. And hope that that's enough. Might not be. Might have to mix a little bit more. See how it's marbling in my bowl? Well, I just need to mix a bit more. And again, getting it to that thicker consistency. If you're going to do marbling, you want it really quite thick, which also means it cures faster, but it does mean that it doesn't move around. It cures in about half an hour anyway, although I tend to leave it for a bit longer to demold, just because, well, just because. I don't know why, really. I just do. So, I'm going to end up with more than I need here, I think. That colour, lovely. There we are. Oops. And pour again. And I've got a bit left over. So, let's do a marbled frog. What else have we got? Any other random moulds kicking around? I know. This is a different one from a different set. It's going to be a candle pot anyway, so, or a little plant pot or something. So let's just do a little random pause one over here too. I can have a bit of what I put in next in as well, can't it? There we go. So as you can see, this is right up to the top. The marbling is starting to take effect. I've probably over poured it very slightly, so but that's not a problem. You can just sand that away at the end. And I'll also show you what we do to wax them. But I particularly wanted to have a look at these moulds because they're like irregular pebble-shaped ones. So anyway, I'm going to go and wash my bowl out and we'll do the next one. This may or may not work because this is a heck of a big dollop of ecopore. I'm going to try a different type of pigment this time. I'm going to try one of the pigment pastes from Create and Bloom. I'm just wondering whether I can stir this up properly without it going everywhere. That's the only reason. I'm not sure if it'll work. I could have done with a bigger bowl. So I hope you can see how thick and gloopy that is. That's possibly a bit too thick. So we're just going to put a little dot more water. This is the thing with ecopore. It's quite forgiving. You can go a little bit either side of the recommended ratios and it's still cure. More often than not, I go for a bit thicker rather than thinner. Because I do tend to do quite a lot of marbling. I wanted these to look almost like stone effect. Right. Oops, drippy everywhere. So this is an actual paste. So I'm thinking we'll get a very different effect, but I'm going to use quite a bit and we're going to, when I say different effect, I just think it might not swirl as much. I don't know. And being ochre, it's going to be more of a yellow colour. A yellow brown. Oh, look at that. See, the pigment pastes are a lot more intense than the powders and liquids are. So it's pory. Let's make up a bit more. I made that too runny this time, but hey, let's see what happens. So I've got a good dollop of the colour. It obviously wasn't as good a dollop as I thought. That is. See what I mean? It blends more when it's more liquidy. It doesn't stay as marbled. Now the colour looks as if I've got blobs there, haven't I? Oh well, let's pour it in and see what happens. I haven't mixed that very well at all. So this could be interesting. But let's see. A little bit of that in there. Yeah, I really didn't mix that well enough. And let's have a bit more just to finish that one off. Join me for a mucking about and not having a plan session in my craft room, she says. Oh, let's just put cream in the bottom of this. It's actually a really nice creamy colour, isn't it? It'll have a bit of the yellow go through it still from the ochre, and it'll mix up a bit of what's below it. Again, I can see I haven't mixed that up very well. Anyway, we'll see what happens. Don't be me, mix better. Right. I'm just going around the rim of this one just to shift any bubbles, and it's also breaking up those little bits where I didn't mix the colour in very well, so we'll see what happens. Don't want to mess too much because it'll spoil the marbling. Right, let's give them a tap. Like I said, I don't want to tap too much, but it will. See, it's disturbing the colour. You see it coming up, the brown coming up from underneath where I'm tapping this one. So you don't want to do too much tapping, and you shouldn't need to. This ecopore does tend to degas pretty well on its own. Right, I'm betting money on this one being the best one. Oh, look, it's overflowing. Thought it might. Right, so this is a whole messy lot of it, and I will see you later for the demolds. We'll see what they look like. I'll show you how to seal ecopore, and then we'll put some candles in it. Okay, let's have a demolding session. It's oh, I've demolded the frog already, by the way. Do you nice? This was the afterthought one, so I didn't pay much attention to doing this, so we'll see what it looks like. This is a new mould that I've not used before as well, but it's not from that pebble set. This is just a round plant pot mould type thing. And if you remember, I just put the leftovers in this. Oh, it's quite nice anyway. It's actually, you know what, that's rather nice. I like it. I made a bit of a mess at the bottom though. I should have gone round and poked that. That was because I was just like pouring bits in here and there. This is promising though, isn't it? Look at that. Let's do the yellow one. It's actually still warm, so it's only really just cured. Actually, that's come out nicer than I thought, because I thought I'd really fouled up with mixing the colour in. Oh, look! Got it all over my hands. That's from where I hadn't mixed it in properly. Look at that. Let's give it a wipe. Oh, I say, hasn't that come out lovely? That's nicer than I thought. I didn't think I'd mix the colours properly. But yeah, that's giving it really quite an organic look. I wish I'd paid more attention and done this one more properly now. That's actually, it's quite cheap mould and that's come out really well. Right, let's have a look at this one, because this is the one I was most interested in and the one I paid the most attention to trying to do properly, although I did end up with the colour in 2 layers. If you, oh, look. Looky, looky. Oh, yes. I did get a couple of little bubbles there, but not much. Look at that. How organic does that look? I'm really pleased with that one. What I need to do now is to leave them for a good few hours, probably till tomorrow, to really let all the moisture go out of them now. So I'm just going to put them to one side and we'll let that happen, and then I will show you, well, in the blink of an eye for you, tomorrow for me, how to wax and seal them. So I'll see you tomorrow. Right, these are well and truly dried now. We're a couple of days on, so we can wax them. This one I love, and some of those colours have separated. Look at the colours coming out in there. There's all sorts. And it funny thing is, it feels like stone. It's just freaky lovely. They're actually shiny. These moulds weren't expensive at all. I'll put you the links for them down below. And this was one that's just meant to be a little succulent pot, and I was just chucking the leftovers in, if you remember. It's come out really nice. So I'll just show you what we do about waxing them. You don't have to, by the way. This is very much an optional extra. Depends where you're going to put them. If you think you might be getting them wet, like putting a plant in them or something, then it's a good idea. I wouldn't want to stand water in them for any length of time, by the way. But yeah, I'll show you what happens. This is a soft wax. It's from Nicole, and I just find it the easiest to use. So you just rub it on. You're meant to put it on with a sponge, but I can't find a sponge. So I'm just putting it on with a little cloth that actually comes with the kit. So you just put it on, and it gives it like a natural sheen instead of like painting a gloss varnish onto it, which I rather like. They do a lovely gloss varnish as well, by the way. But for these, I wanted this kind of... It's nice sun coming in the window. What was I? Yeah, I wanted this sort of natural, soft satin finish, like so. Isn't that lovely? And then we just buff off. Sometimes I'll go over a couple of times just to make sure I haven't missed any bits. But it just brings the colours up that little bit, and it gives it a really lovely... Honestly, it feels lovely. The surface feels amazing. It's hard to describe. So that's that one. Just quickly do the others. If you'd like to subscribe to my channel, I'd very much appreciate it. It is free, of course. The link to do so is somewhere down here. It'll let you know when I've got some new videos out. And I will be doing more resin. I will be doing more of this sort of thing too. So yeah, lots of stuff for you to see. I just want to, in particular, thank everybody who watches my videos all the way through, because I know some of mine are quite long because I try to pack in a lot of information for you. And to the lovely suppliers who are so kind and help to support this channel by providing me with materials and so forth. I couldn't do this without any of you. The suppliers, the viewers, all of you. Everybody who comments on my videos. You're awesome. Honestly, all of that combined is what makes this possible. There we are. Aren't they great? I'll take some photos. That'll be this video done. I'll see you for the next one. And YouTube will suggest another video that you might like here next. So watch on and enjoy. Bye.